What's going on, Solutionaries? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. We
Woo!
are so excited to have this launch off of all of these incredible women that are inside of the automotive industry.
Yes.
And to start it off is this bright ray of light that we get to call friend, sister, pal, homegirl, our friend. I don't even want to start saying the name here. We got to build up her name a whole lot more because she's just incredible. She is an incredible person.
We had the just the amazing meeting with her when we were down at Digital Dealer.
Oh my
I got to know her a little bit through social media before. We were kind of like tagging and we were getting connected, and then we show up at social media. We show up at Digital Dealer, right? And when we do, it was like I met my sister that I haven't seen in a couple years. It was really that quick of a connection. Like I just knew it. Like I was like, oh, her energy is.
And Amber
fire.
Damos is long lost sister too.
This is Amber, one of my good friends, like my sister Amber Damos. This is like her long lost cousin, friend, whatever it is. They are supposed to meet. I'm sure I'm going to get them to meet one day. I've already told Amber about her. But that being said, we had the fortunate a meeting with her down at Digital Dealer. When we did, honestly, I had so much fun. Like every time I saw her, I smiled. One of my favorite moments there was my piggyback ride with her. Y'all, if you've seen the picture, you know who I'm talking about now. It was the best. And it was actually a beautiful picture. The photographer who took the picture, I believe, was Paul Daly's photographer, and killed it. It was like perfect. The image was money. That's like one of those images that I need to put on a poster. Like that's how cool it is, with some kind of cool saying by it. Like, don't always do it by yourself. Sometimes you need to jump on someone's back or something like that. I don't know, but we'll figure that out. It's going to be really cool. But no, I'm super excited to have her on the show. We are kicking off this Women in Automotive series today. And we're really excited about it. We have a huge lineup of some amazing, innovative, outgoing women that are just ready to help this business grow. Us men here, we want to make sure that we help these women's voices get louder and louder and louder. They're doing it themselves extremely well, but if us men jump in and we do this, it's going to blow up, and it's the thing that needs to happen. I'm going to tell you, the more women we get involved in this business, the better it's going to be. Yes. The more women we get involved in this business, the faster it's going to grow. The more women that we get involved in this business, the quicker we quit talking about Vroom and Carvana. Because it won't happen. We'll be those people. We'll have the empathy. We'll have the love, and we'll be able to do it the right way. Their processes are amazing. Our processes are amazing. We combine them, and like I always say, we will be the defender of the universe, like Voltron. Yes. And we will be the bomb. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to introduce her.
Yes. Folks, listen, we got to make sure that we get the right amount of people inside of here.
Yeah, make sure you share.
She deserves some honor. Thank you so much, Thomas, for joining us. Sandy Cerami, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for brewing solutions with us this morning. But do us all a favor, car guys, car gals, and solutionaries alike. Tag a car guy, tag a car gal, share. We have an incredible guest that's going to be with us today that is already right there, ready to light up this show. So do us a favor, put a coffee cup emoji in there, get some of your friends, get some of your enemies up in here. I don't care. Just get them in here so that they can have fun.
Let's grow
with us this morning. She is also connected to our incredible friends over at Think Ad Group, who are always trying to find a way to pull out what it is that can take your business to the next level, just like auto. So thankful for auto.
www.thinkadgroup.com. Make sure you go reach out to them. We got obviously Justin, Derek, and Evelyn out there. Love them. They're like family to me. Been family since day one. We've been doing this. We love y'all. And man, thank you for introducing us to April.
Yes.
And we're so excited. Oh, I spilt the beans. I said her first name.
Man.
That's okay. Since we're there, we're going to go for it. Folks, get ready. Get excited, because we have somebody that we're excited to announce. We're excited to talk and get this 5-liner done with, because she is an amazing person. Take the car business away from her. She's changing the world just with her personality and her smile. I'm excited to announce my good friend, somebody that I look up to, April Palmer.
Hi.
What's going on? How are you this morning?
I'm super good. I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you here. I know that you had an eventful night. I know you were out taking pictures in your cool car guy coffee shirt. And then something happened. And we'll get to that here in a moment, folks. She is here and she's smiling, and that's all that matters. And we appreciate you. Wow, what a great morning. How's the weather where you're at right now?
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous here every day. I'm a hot weather person, like a lizard. So like when it gets in the 90s, that's when I'm out in the sun, on the sand, in the surf, and it's perfect here.
I bet it is. And I also heard recently she found a new place to live. She's just getting ready to be there. She's found a nice, beautiful colonial looking style home. I love it. It's gorgeous. So we are excited for you. Your life is going forward. You are starting to plant roots where you need to be. You're going to start building from those. And that tree that's getting ready to grow is going to be beautiful. So excited to have you here.
Yes, and we want to go ahead and get this 5-liner started with this incredible solutionary. But April, you know the deal.
You know what we do first.
We
first things
to get
first.
this started. We got to go ahead and forgive, focus, and fly together. Okay, so here we go on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. We have April Palmer, and we are going to forgive, focus, and fly. So on 3, wipe off the weight of unforgiveness, focus on where it is that you're going, and let's get ready to fly together so we can keep growing. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive, focus, fly,
and keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. Yeah. Now we are ready.
Do we get to make our own sound effects?
Oh,
You didn't even tell me that was a thing. I wasn't prepared for this. That's not even a good one. Come on.
That's like a broken laser shooter.
I miss just like all of the Star Wars guys.
We're so excited. This is going to be fun. You know, this 5-liner that we ask is just a good way to get to know who you are a little bit deeper, see where you came from and how you got to where you're at today. You know, when we ask these questions, it's really informative. I think that the audience really loves to hear that it's not just an easy voice. Not everybody didn't get to the top overnight. Not everybody, no one did. No one gets there without a little bit of struggle, without some bumps and some hills they have to climb and do things like that. So hearing your story, especially as women in the automotive industry, it's pretty important to talk about that. But you have knocked down all those barriers, all those walls, and you have really pushed forward and you've done some amazing things. So I'm so excited to start this series with you. Honestly, it's pumped. I'm pumped, excited, and all that kind of stuff. So my first question for you is my favorite question. It's your why. It's your purpose. What makes you wake up every single day and go out and be the best version of April?
Oh my goodness. It's so funny. I talk about finding your why all the time and what it is. And I feel like for me, it's experience, right? Like I love to just experience life. I like to jump in, test the waters with both feet. I like to do that like in everything, right? Not just work, but my kids, like we play together and we just like consume life and enjoy every single bit of it. And that for me is it. And so I feel like if you do that at work too, you can bring this level of passion and excitement that a lot of people forget to have because you get to focus on the experience of every single day, every moment, every interaction. And that's how you make connections and memories and forge forward. And so that's it for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's a great motivation, and that's something. You see what I mean?
I'm so bad at dancing and I'm going to dance the whole hour.
She totally loves dancing. And we saw your dance video when you're going across doing your thing. I loved it. That was so cute. And it was fun. And that was the thing. It was fun. It was creative. And that's who you are. You're fun and you're super creative. And I think that your mind is a unique mind. Every one of us has a unique mind, but yours is at a different level. And I love how you think and your process of trying to build things. And that's why being connected with you to me in my network is so important. It's just so important to have somebody like you in there that I can lean on and hear your advice and your thoughts on what my thoughts, because we're completely different in a lot of ways, but we're so much the same. And that's what makes it so beautiful about this world. Each one of us, we all have similar things, but at the same time, we're all so individual. We could be who we want to be ourselves, be our best version of ourselves, which is what you do. I love it. And then we go on and we try to share that with other people, but we want them to be themselves, not us, right? So, good stuff. Great things are going on. This morning has been a fun morning so far. We were in the clubhouse. We got to talk about you a little bit this morning in the clubhouse, telling everybody about who we're interviewing and things like that. In the room for improvement, and that's something that we try to talk to people about a lot is what you can do to improve upon. Well, having a why helps you do that. Having that purpose and that drive is like, sometimes you'll sit there and it's something you don't want to do, but you have to. And sometimes you have to sit there and figure out why am I doing this? Well, there you go. And that's why having a why is important, because you can focus on that and be like, okay, it's for this one reason. If I do it, it's going to make this easier for me in life. So
that's right.
Yeah, great stuff.
So true. We have so many people that we have been connecting with since we've met you. The thing is that you consistently seem to find a way to highlight awesomeness wherever it is that you are and stand out from the crowd. Yep. One thing that I do love is that she's not scared. That's definitely solutionary, right? If there's one thing you can say about April, you can never put in there that she's scared. She ain't afraid to try nothing.
Y'all, okay, I'm gonna go opposite direction. I am scared all the time.
Wow.
All the time. I'm like, I'm freaked out all the time, but that just doesn't stop me from doing shit.
Come
right?
on.
That's the difference. But I'm scared every day. Like, all the stuff, right? I'm raising teenagers and we live in a crazy world, and and business and all the stuff. It's just about like, you can just put it aside. You can, as I like to say, you put it in your F-it bucket, right? And then you keep going and you do the things.
That's right. Well, you completely had me fooled, right? Because you operate as if fear in front of you. But that's exactly what it takes, folks. Removing fear from your life doesn't make you courageous. It's facing those fears, applying your faith,
Amen.
Applying your hope,
Amen.
And allowing that to be what it is that turns on in the face of what you could be afraid of. So April, you make it move like a master. Thank you so much for doing what it is that you do. Because again, you had me completely convinced that you operate with no fear.
Well, that's it. You just have to say it with conviction, right? Like, boom. Just say it with conviction. People will believe you, and then you can just kind of be scared, and like this little secret part of your heart is totally fine.
That's true, though.
Just tamp that shit down. You're fine.
Exactly. And I honestly, that's what makes it fun too.
Yes.
When it's boring and mundane and something that you don't have any type of feeling towards, that's when you start to get bored with things. That's called getting comfortable. So the idea of life is to be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is looking for things that scare you, looking for things that make you feel nervous and make you, think, hey, can I really do it? Because when you do it, then you build confidence, because you're like, wow, I didn't know I could. And that's something that you do every single day. And I love that about you. You kill the game with that.
Have you seen, there's this YouTube video, it's years and years old, but it's this rabbi, and he's talking about how like discomfort is what spawns growth. It's amazing. I'll send it to you. We'll put it in the links later. But basically, like, he talks about the lobster. And the thing about a lobster is it has an exoskeleton, and the exoskeleton doesn't grow. So as the lobster grows, it gets more and more uncomfortable until finally it's untenable. And the lobster has to shed the exoskeleton and go like hide under a rock and become really, really vulnerable for a certain amount of time until it grows a bigger exoskeleton. And then it has that to protect it while it grows inside. And that to me is one of the, like, I watch that on a regular basis to remind myself that discomfort is the impetus for growth. And if we embrace it, then we still have to have those vulnerable moments, right? We still have to take off that exoskeleton sometimes and be like, this is scary and it sucks and I'm afraid and like bad things could happen. But then what happens next is that you build yourself this really safe place to grow and continue doing it. And it's just a cycle over and over again. It's one of my favorites. So if you haven't seen it, I'll post it in the comments later and we can all talk about it.
Post that bad boy right up.
Speaking of posts, let's say good morning to some of these people who are posting some comments inside of the cafe. So again, good morning, Thomas from over in Utah. What's happening, Thomas Gray?
Thomas is my adopted cousin.
Is he?
Well, kind of. We're from the same area and we have the same like family history. So we decided.
That's too cool. Well, I like him already. I don't even know the guy, but because of that one connection.
What up, Thomas?
You must be awesome, Thomas. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here this morning. Thanks for chiming in and throwing some comments.
And Sandy Cerami saying, what's up,
Sandy Cerami? What's up, brother?
Hey, Sandy.
It's this guy over here.
Right here.
Right. I love this guy, man.
I love
Sandy.
Number 2.
Yeah, that's right. Bus number 2. I wish I was there because I heard that bus number 2 was the bus to be on.
Yeah. It was amazing. Well, it had Tully Williams on it, and he was like,
I love Tully. Tully's somebody I got a great chance to connect with sitting at the table for dinner that night. And I had a lot of conversation with Tully. He was sitting right across from me, and we just started talking, and I could tell how passionate he was. And it was easy to talk with him because he would just kept talking about things. I kept talking about things. We were vibing. I was like, dude, Tully, you were right. So he was the first guy I exchanged numbers with when I was there. I was like, oh, I gotta get your number, Tully.
Oh my God, you got his digits? You're so lucky.
It's my dude, you know what I'm saying?
Getter.
But yeah, I'm a digit getter.
That's
but no,
does.
I absolutely love some Tully, man. I connected with him, and I feel like that there's something there that I need to keep connecting with. So he's definitely a ball of energy, and he's trying to do things. I saw that one video on the bus where he's sitting there, and all of a sudden he stands up and he's all like,
it was awesome.
and then he sits back down. Freaking rad.
It was great.
You know, like Sandy called bus number 2 the people's bus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love this. Good stuff.
We keep the lights on.
That's right. We're also saying good morning to Melvin Rodriguez.
What's up,
going on,
Melvin? What's up,
How
buddy?
are you this morning? We also have another incredible dancer, another lady in automotive.
Oh, I already knew who you were gonna say
Sandy! What's going on? We got Sandy in the room.
Sandy. I love some Sandy.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes. We also have Michael Offman.
Oh, it's my bro.
My man.
What's up?
Michael is always pumping up positivity everywhere that he goes. Every post that he makes, we honor you and we appreciate you. And we are Elite
FI. That's right. I love
also
that guy.
another incredible brother.
I don't look hurt.
Saying that she doesn't look hurt. Eric really just says
Eric
it
a little
how
bit
it
about
is.
your ankle. Eric's right. She
He's
doesn't really
you
look
don't
hurt. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
That is totally Eric. Love you, Eric. Thanks for being here this morning, brother. We love you, man. You're awesome, bro. He really is. Eric is in the middle of a growth thing right now, and he's doing some stuff. I can't wait to be able to put him on the show and talk about all the great things he has going on. He keeps saying, I'm not somebody for the podcast. Brother, you are somebody for this podcast. I cannot wait to get you on here. I'm going to convince you to come on my show, and we're going to bring all that beautiful stuff out of you, man.
You gotta do it. He helped Justin and Evelyn teach my class at VCU while we were in Tampa. It was awesome. It was so cool. He had amazing insights for future entrepreneurs. And Eric, get your rear end on the show.
Come on.
Yeah. Eric has so much to offer. Eric is one of those guys that he's so humble. Like, he doesn't like to tell people like too much about himself, but he has so much that he has to offer. He started a multi-million.
He's a humble hotshot.
Did well. You know, he's been in this industry for years. Knows many people. Knows how to start a business from beginning to end. All that type of stuff. He has so much insight to give people. And I definitely want to soak in everything he ever tells me. I always do. Every time I have a conversation with Eric, I listen. And I probably write notes down. If I'm not, I'm just putting them in my brain, because Eric is that type of person. He has that type of influence. And we all love you, Eric. So thank you for being here this morning and sharing.
Thank you for your consistent encouragement, my friend.
No doubt, man.
You are incredible. Speaking of incredible encouragers, again, Terry Torline.
That's my dude.
Saying good morning,
Hello, Terry.
Incredible, smooth talking son of a gun. Love him. He is an incredible friend and just leader in the industry. He is somebody that is trying to find a way to help bring other people up and is consistently trying to find a way to add to them. That's why I'm so glad that our paths found each other. So thankful for him. Speaking of other encouragers, our friend Tim Wilson, always consistently posting positivity. Give us a little bit of encouragement, giving us a thumbs up, giving us a nice comment here and there. He is incredible. So thankful.
I love Tim, man. Timothy is the bomb. He's always there. He's always consistent with everything. And I appreciate him. Anything I could ever do for him, I promise, if he ever reached out to me, I got your back, bro.
He's like the comment king too. Like, he's always just there to be like, hey, I'm going to support you in this. Super cool.
Yeah,
what's up.
He is. That's who he is. He is awesome. There's the LinkedIn connections, the network and LinkedIn are just a phenomenal people. They definitely are looking to grow. They're always supportive. They're network, and they share their network, and vice versa. It's just, you can't ask for a better group of people that we're connected with right now. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of people that we're connecting with, another incredible creative is our friend,
one of my favorite, Brian Ortega. Who doesn't love some Brian Ortega commercials? Come on, folks. If you didn't see the recent one, come by your car and they had the aliens at the end and they're saying, listen, we'll take UFOs, but they have to have seatbelts or something like that.
Setting that standard. Love it. Out of this world.
It was
safety first.
That's always first. We can't take UFOs in trade unless there is safety first. I mean, we can't resell them, right? So got to have a seatbelt.
That's right. But thank you so much, Brian, for joining us this morning. You are incredible, and we're loving and watching what it is that you're doing. We got another incredible solutionary that's been inside of the cafe just recently. so glad that Brad is hanging out with us this morning.
Brad, what's
you,
up?
you,
Brad?
you notice I've censored myself. I've only said the S word twice, and then I said F instead of the actual word. So I'm just saying I'm going out of my way to make everybody feel real
We
comfortable.
appreciate it, but at the same time, April, be
You
you.
be you.
You know, but the beep button, bleep, 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 bleep.
It'll happen at some point. I thought I just
It's okay. It's okay. I listen. I try to walk the right path, but I do throw those words out here and there. I don't do it as you obviously probably don't hear me that often. You probably don't even hear me say it ever yet, but I do. Trust me, I do. Ask my sales team.
Oh, there you go. Well, sometimes they deserve it, so it's totally fine.
It is not even sometimes them. Sometimes it's the situation that's going on that's at the dealership, right? But that being said, we appreciate all these comments. Who else we got coming up?
We got a few in here. We got Joey Bell, my brother.
Oh, that's his brother.
I mean, like he's really my brother.
That's his
from
brother.
My mother, right? Actually, brother from my
Actual brother.
Actually,
yeah, that's his
there.
brother.
But
what does that make us, like second cousins 3 times removed or something?
Makes
Kentucky, right?
Exactly.
Joey, meet your cousin, right? So excited that my brother's in here. Thank you for always supporting Joey. You are so consistent. Love you, bro. Then we got Greg. What's going on? Yep, car guys in the house and car gals enjoying some of this car gal coffee right now. Thank you so much for joining us, Greg. Then our friend Russ Man is up
What's
in
up,
here.
Russ?
Yes. Love from Russ. Look at all these people that love you and are so excited to see you.
God, I love them all. This is amazing.
Bad comments right now. They just keep coming in. So it's like, this is the
I
love.
don't even have to say anything. This is so good. I'm just going to sit here and y'all can do this whole podcast just reading what everybody else says.
Tim says he's coming down to meet us in Kentucky. Now he's got to meet us, and I'm excited about that.
Oh, heck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, T-Dub.
That's right. But we got another lady in the room who's supporting ladies in automotive.
Ariel.
Oh my God. Not only like one of the like OG amazing car gals, but also an incredible connector on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Like this woman knows everybody and she knows how to connect the right people with the right people. And she's blows my mind every day. Thank you, Ariel.
Thanks.
You're sickingly, I can't say that, sickingly beautiful.
After the night that I know you had, right? She is. When we came on, I saw she was on the camera. I was like, bing, bright light, like literally. We actually turned off the lights in here because she's bright. It shined on us enough. That's how amazing she is, and I'm so excited. We didn't even need none of this ambient lighting. It was just we need April lighting. Yeah. That was it. We are good to go. Everything is good. So we're you guys can see us because April is on the freaking monitor right in front of us, just shining on us. So no, we absolutely love it.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here.
Man, thank you for the comments. We'll touch back at them here in a moment. We need to get this thing moving because I definitely am excited about interviewing one of my good friends, April Palmer. Let's go.
So April, we have all these incredible people that we've teamed up with. So many different roads led you to where it is that you are now. So help us understand what got you doing what you're doing right now in the automotive industry. How did you get to here?
Oh my gosh, it's actually a really crazy story. So like 18 months ago, I knew nothing about the automotive industry. Like when I say I had bought a new car once, it was actually like my future ex-husband had bought it and I was in the dealership, like drinking their coffee and stuff. No, so bright, you gotta wear shades. I knew nothing, but what I did know was business. And so I've changed my careers over time, but every time I change, I end up like in a sales role where I'm working with multiple different industries and taking all this information and connecting it in kind of crazy ways. And just 2 friends of mine, so my partner, my business partner, had met them and he was like, hey, you should talk to April. She can give you some advice as you're starting the startup. And I started talking to them and just like fell in love with who they are and how they were running their business and doing all these things. And they gave me the opportunity to come in and head up their growth. And when I say, like, the joke is, and I say this all the time, but it's just the funniest thing. Like, I didn't know my chassis from my assy when I walked into this company, like nothing. And, but I know how to sell. And so we started to kind of like build this out and got a couple of pretty good clients under our belt, and we're doing like operational moves for fleet management companies and dealerships. And then we had this idea that that we could also move cars for people who were coming in and out of service, like for dealerships, so that they could provide this incredible experience and win business over, other people. And it just so happened that we had that idea right when COVID hit. And so we were like, oh, this is the perfect time for us to kind of really sit with our mission of helping dealerships to just do better operationally, win more business, grow, all of those things. And funny story, like this was one of my this was a pivotal moment for me, and I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't have this. Is I was on LinkedIn, I was connecting with these people, and there was this guy who was posting stuff about concierge pickup and delivery. So I reached out to him and I was like, hey, we're thinking about doing this for COVID. I recorded you a drift video of my sales pitch. Would you mind taking 5 minutes and watching it? And the video is literally 5 minutes long. And like 5 minutes and 2 seconds later, my phone rings and it's Brian Benstock. And like, I didn't know who he was. Right? I was just like,
who's he?
Who's that?
Yeah, who's he? He's really just like Oprah of, the car industry. And I pick up and he's like, hey, April, this is Brian. You sent me that video. And I was like, yeah, like, great. And he says, like, in the dulcet tones of a lifelong New Yorker, he's like, bless your heart. I mean, he didn't actually say bless your heart because he's from New York, but I'm from Oklahoma. And what he said was, he was like, why are you trying to sell this with COVID when there are so many other ways that you should be able to sell this? And so, like, that's a bless your heart in my moment, right? Like, he was like, you're kind of dumb. But like super, super nice about it. And then he just talked at me for like 45 minutes about all of these results that he was seeing. And it was so cool. And I still have my notebook with all of my notes. And here's a funny moment. He actually said, he was like, we see a doubling in our RO size. And I'm a hick, and B, had no idea what I was doing. And I literally wrote ARROW in my notes. And I was like, doubling in a row. So I had no clue what I was doing. But once he set me on that path, I was like Google and YouTube queen, right? And just like everything that I could do. And then Clubhouse came out, and I started listening to Clubhouse every day and taking notes. And like, there were some rooms I would literally record it on Drift and then upload it into Otter.ai and then get the transcript and like highlight it and use lines from Clubhouse in my sales calls. And it completely changed the way that I was able to interact with dealers and fleet management groups. And somewhere in there, completely unbeknownst to me, I just fell for the car industry, like fell in love with it. The people are so authentic, and like, pick up a wrench one day, wear high heels, and sit in a board meeting the next day. They're down to earth. And like, so much of that literally comes from that stupid drift video that I sent Brian, having no idea who he was. But I'll always be thankful for that, because it's just, man, the people I've met since I started, they've changed my life. It's amazing.
I mean, this industry has so many great people and so many great communicators. Again, to be successful in this business, you have to be able to have a good communication.
Amen.
Flow to you.
No doubt.
And people like Brian, I mean, it's easy for people to look at industry leaders and think of how rigid they are, think of how focused they are, think of how driven they are. But you don't get to those places unless you learn how to encourage other people inside of their mission.
Yep.
And it helps to build what it is that you're building, right? If you're ultimately an encourager, then you got to find more people to encourage, right? That's
rising tides lift all ships, right? Like, that's the thing. What's
or put people on your back and piggyback them.
Right. Well, that's my thing. Not for a while, I guess. My piggyback ride giving days might be over.
I'm glad I got one before it happened. No,
I know. But what's crazy is I think that gave me the confidence to start reaching out to other people. And I will tell you, I've never, ever in any other industry, and I've worked in a lot of them because I like to jump and explore experience, right? I've never been in an industry where more people are open to you just giving them a call. Like we've got Sandy Cerami, like he's amazing. I have a call with him whenever we're finished today. Dave Boyle is amazing. David Spizak was in Louisville a week ago and like just blew my mind with some of the things that he was saying. It was absolutely incredible. And then we have all of these women like Lori Halter and Lori Foster and Evelyn Kelly and like just dropping knowledge bombs. But there's never a moment where I've ever felt that I couldn't reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I need more information. Will you educate me? And that anybody in this industry would ever say no. That's incredible. Unheard of.
Right.
Well, this is, again, a great time for us to come together and start really brewing solutions. We're putting the cause or the movement out there just in time to unite with people like you that are consistently encouraging, that are consistently connecting and learning new ways that you bring light to the world inside of industries that you didn't even think of, right? You didn't even know that you would find yourself in the automotive industry with incredible titans of industry. You're amongst them, and you just walk through a crowd, right? You take me and Fred right by the hand and be like, we're going to take you to David Spizak right now. We're going to go meet him.
She did.
And you did. She took us
straight
right
up
there.
to that. Then she connected us through, social media. I love that about you. Yes. And that's what the no fear, even though there's tons, right? And that's the thing, like you have to just overcome and push through it. And that's what you do all the time. Reaching out to somebody like that. I love, folks, I hope you guys took notes on that. When you want to get good at something, study it. Period. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's common sense. It's something that we got taught even in the horrible schools that we went to, right? The public schools. We got taught to go study. So at least you learned something from that. So do that and use that. What she did was she started taking notes, and things she didn't know, she Googled and figured out what they were. Ask questions. And then she was able to know her language. The language that she speaks is the car business language now. She's able to go in and speak intelligently. The biggest problem, I think, with most of us as vendors, once we get a little confused about what the terminology of a certain person is saying, if you don't know it, it makes you kind of feel like, okay, I'm less than what I should be. I don't deserve to do this. Well, you do. You just have to learn it. And a lot of these things you already know. You just didn't know the acronym. You didn't know this. You didn't know that. So you have to learn these things, and that's okay. Go educate yourself, and you have to do this every single day. 1%, I talk about it. 1% better every single day. Well, she likes to do like 20%, 30%, sometimes 100% better, right? And that's what, she goes hard in the paint, and I love that about her. In April, no, seriously, kudos to you for doing that, and thanks for sharing that tip, because I think a lot of people, if you didn't hear what she said there, she got involved in the car business somewhat on accident, started talking to somebody, learned, got educated some more, and became a car gal like this. And that's what it takes. It takes just a little bit of effort and energy and passion. And that's what she has, and she portrays it very well. We have some amazing people hopping in. You got Brad talking about, how did April get her? Did she give Terry Portline a piggyback ride? I mean, he's 6'20", so
yes,
he's a big guy.
Wait, I gave Justin Searle a piggyback ride in Louisville.
And you were fine. She could have got Terry, no problem, just so you know, Brad. But but I do love the jab at Terry. Awesome, keep it going. But when we got Carmela, we got to meet her the other day at Glenn Lundy's house. She is amazing. She went down the water slide and everything. Such a sweet person with her children. I absolutely love her. Thank you for being here this morning.
You and me, Carmela, we're going to slip and slide together one of these days. It's going to be awesome.
You will, and you'll have some fun. And then we got Jay Woolridge. He's up there. He's wishing everyone a super day. I love Jay. Jay's a good dude. He's always there, supportive, always trying to help people grow. The man, the myth, the legend, Jay Woolridge. Yes. Jay Woolridge. All right. So back to our sound effects. So third question. My favorite is one of my favorite questions too. And it's because you've kind of talked about Brian Benstock, huge guy, great person, loves to share, definitely has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this business, because he's been doing it at a high level, at the highest level for a long time, right?
Number one Honda
over at Paragon, right? He's crushing the game over there at Honda. But the reason why I'm asking this question, there's other people in your life that have helped you, right? So we all have mentors. We have people that we look up to, people we've asked questions that's helped us get to the next level. I would look at you, April, as one of my mentors, right? So I can ask you questions. You can help me grow. Who is somebody that's helped you get to where you're at today? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be car business, but helped you make a pivot in life, made you realize, hey, April is more than just this. I'm more. Who was that person?
Okay, so I'm just going to start with the car business like moment because we're talking about women in the automotive space. And I will tell you, so I got connected with Evelyn Kelly also by accident. It was through Ariel, actually, and she pulled us into a group. But Evelyn has been my biggest fan. And I mean, y'all are like massive fans. It's me. I always feel like I've got this entourage of people cheering me on and lifting me up. But Evelyn just like, she just started putting me in front of people and saying, you need to know this person, you need to know this person, and educating me. And she's another person that like, I just wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have her. So that's my car gal, I think, who's just absolutely wrapped her arms around me and said, like, I'm bringing you with me and we're going to change the world together. And that's amazing.
That is.
But I'll go back for just a hot second and say, so I've done, like, I was a 911 operator, a phlebotomist, medical assistant, nurse. I sold packaging equipment and logistics solutions, HR consultant, business banking. I was a finance consultant and sold solutions for American Express. And that, I think, was my moment where my life like changed pretty significantly because I had a leader. Her name is Christine Turner. And she was the one, I think, who instilled the confidence in me to walk in and not say, to walk in and be like, I'm worth room. I'm worth space. Right. And you know what, if you don't want me at your table, that's fine. I've got my own table and I know damn well what I bring to it. And I'm not afraid to eat alone.
Amen.
Come on.
And that was a moment for me. When she encouraged me, it just changed the way that I looked at my capabilities in my life. And then like famous person, that I think she's famous, she might not be, but her name's Emily Wapnick. And she did a TED talk on something called multi-potentialites. And they're people who have varied interests and like crazy career journeys that go everywhere. And they're able to connect dichotomous information in really interesting and unexpected ways. And she taught me that my superpower is the ability to take all of my experiences and all of my knowledge and my gumption and my drive for information and understanding and manipulate probability. Like that's my superpower is I can manipulate the probability of getting to success because I have all of these things. And that was an amazing moment for me. So those are my kind of top people. I built the damn table, Ariel.
Right. I love it. That's why I had to bring that up there.
It's got pink glitter rhinestones.
That's no doubt, with some nice shoes, right? Evie is the best of the best. So thankful for her amazing spirit. You know, I got to give Evie a lot of credit myself. She was one of the first ones to believe in our podcast. She was one of the first ones to connect us with people. She still is. I mean, with one of our Think Ag Group, obviously our first sponsor, she connected us with them, had us interview with Derek, and you know, and I really appreciated that with Derek and Justin. And then she also connected us with Dealership Toolkit, really with Liz Martin and them, and which has been a big part of our growth going to these conventions and stuff. So. I mean, she knows we appreciate her. We send her gifts. It's still not enough. We definitely, she's going to be on the show for the first time coming soon. Get her on the show. We're real excited. This whole series, when you mentioned some of these ladies, they're going to be on the show, and I'm excited about having them. And there's just eternal light. And I keep telling Lou, I think I just want to do ladies in the automotive industry all the way till the end of the year, if not more. I don't think
there's so many amazing women out there,
and you don't want to leave any out, right? So
and I don't.
I mean, look at like Liza Borges and Lizette Gold, like all of these people. You listen to them on Clubhouse and you watch what they're putting out there, the content that they're putting. What I put out on LinkedIn is like drivel. I just spew shit, right? Like whatever's in my brain. They are changing the world by freely putting out incredible ideas that you just couldn't. You would pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to have a consultant come in and tell you this, and they're just giving it. It's amazing.
That's what's up, and that's why
that is what's up.
We encourage everybody to continue just putting it out there. Continue to just be creative. Continue to just dig a little bit deeper inside of you and face your fear. Right? Put it out there. Let it build a little bit of faith in you, and just let it build a little bit of consistency. Let it build a little bit of a habit of you doing what it is that you enjoy doing. If people
Yes.
see you having fun doing it, then they tend to have fun watching, right? They tend to have a time if you're having a good time. But we encourage you to keep doing that. We got to keep this moving because I know you got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. And we have a lot of people that have a lot to do. So we want to figure this part out because I know you got a little bit of a hurt foot, right? The Achilles heel is dealing with a bit of a problem. But that's just one thing that you're going to overcome, added to all of the mountains of accomplishments that you've already had. But getting to where it is that you are right now, what has been the hardest lesson, the hardest hit on the chin, the hardest blow of an Achilles that you've had up to now that you had to learn from as a lady in automotive?
You know, I think that's such a hard question because every time, y'all know, like my thing is failure, right? I love failure. I wake up every day and I'm like, how can I'm going to do it. Here it comes. How can I fuck up today? Right? Like, what is it that I can do? What risk can I take? What thing can I say or try or whatever? And maybe like, if it works, it's going to be like mind-boggling, amazing. And if it doesn't work, then I fail, right? And so it's hard for me to really think about that. I think the thing that I struggle with the most is probably that I watch all of these just incredibly intelligent, thoughtful, amazing people, and they are putting the ideas out there. They have written the blueprint and the template for how dealerships can change the way that they are interacting with their customers, that they can create raving fans, that they can shift the perception of the car sales and service industry. Like there, I don't know the exact statistic, but Daniel Pink did this survey and he talks about it in his masterclass. It has nothing to do with car dealers, but he asked people how they felt about sale. Like what is the word that comes to mind when you think about sales? And they were like used car salespeople. Overwhelming, right? And that is not this industry. I just talked about this. It is filled with amazing, kind, caring, giving, smart, incredibly successful people. And that's the perception that's out there. And so I think the hardest thing for me every day when I wake up is to see so many dealers and dealerships and fixed ops groups reject or ignore, kind of like be willfully ignorant of what's going on. They're competing with the people next door. They're not competing with Amazon and Instacart and Zappos and Tesla, and they're not meeting customers where they are. And that, it makes me sad because I think if we all got our shit together, like, can you imagine? Can you just imagine what the car industry would be like if we all just came together and said, you know what, y'all, we're doing this. We're doing it right. And we're doing it right now.
Imagining things, right? That's I love that because I love to live with childlike wonder. I love to continuously take a look at something and imagine the possibilities of it. And we are so hopeful of the day when people do describe sales and their explanation of it is used car salespeople, and there's a swelling of the chest.
Yes.
And they say there's great honor inside of that. There's great
like being a doctor or something,
right?
You know, and that's what I want.
Industry that should be a great honorable profession for many, and for the generations that will come after us, it will be. I'm declaring that. I am decreeing that. That is inside of the manifesto of a solutionary.
That is in the manifesto. Wait till you read that book.
Think about this. Like the car industry, they do something that's absolutely incredible to me. And I think about this every day. And this is part of what gets me excited is they deliver freedom to people.
Come on.
Right? You're free to pursue the job that you want. You're free to explore the world around you. You're free to keep your kids safe and take them to do the things that will build passion in them and all those things. This is amazing. Like we are literally the backbone of driving people into the future and their futures and happiness. It's incredible.
And the U.S. economy.
What was that?
And the U.S. economy. I mean, if the auto industry feels it, I think it was commented earlier, right? This industry keeps things literally moving, right?
In so many facets, not just in sales. We're talking service, we're talking parts, we're talking delivery, we're talking everything. Like it's so amazing what this business does and where the tentacles reach out to, right? And man, I'm so glad the tentacles reached out to you, April, and got you to come into this business. Being able to meet you, being able to learn about what you do and seeing a different perspective, it's not a woman's perspective, it's your perspective, and we're talking about women in automotive, but and it's something we need to talk about, but we're talking about people in automotive. We're talking about great people in automotive. And that's why I'm introducing all these women in here, because these are all great people in automotive industry. And to start with you, April, has been a big deal for us. And we're excited to have you here. I'm so glad we become friends. Honestly, you're like one of my best friends already. And you know that. We've talked and I absolutely love you. And I think you're great. I really do. I feel a sense of like kinship with you. Like I could tell you're like a sister, from another mister, that type of thing. Right. And I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that we're doing these questions. I wish that we were doing this in person. I think that you're gonna be at the next digital dealer, right? And you're gonna be at NIADA too.
When is that?
End of August, last week of August.
Probably. Where is it?
It's in San Antonio.
I love San Antonio. I'll make that happen. I might be on crutches still, but I will make that happen.
We got your piggyback.
I will piggyback you because I owe you, right? So we got your back. We promised.
I want one of those big like jogging strollers, and y'all put me in it, and I'll have like a margarita in one hand and chips and salsa in the other.
They got that good thing for like, especially your injury. They got that thing where it's like a almost like a little scooter. Which
I just ordered one this morning.
Those are pretty cool for like an ankle injury.
Do a video with that. Make some fun.
Go instead of riding the bike, you have that.
Still put my surfboard on the side of it. It'll be awesome.
It would be awesome. Wow. No, but seriously, see what I mean? This is like, she's right on the spot. She should, if you were on the sales floor, you would crush it.
Yes.
You would crush it because you're so quick-witted. You have such a good personality. You care about people. You would do such a great job, but you're destined to do so much more. And we're excited to see where you're going because you've already done great things in life. I can go down right now and talk about your resume really quick and simple, with her education, starting with college in Germany. Come on now. Are you kidding me? She went overseas. Yeah, das ist gut. Wie heißt du? Right? So, I got to live in Germany for many years, so I know how great of a time you had over there, especially as a young adult at that age. What a blast. The culture is beautiful. The food is wonderful. The people are great. And the countryside and the history there is phenomenal. And, you're within reaches to these other countries, and they're so simple to get to. But no, but on the real, you've done some amazing things. You're an educator now. You're teaching people how to be entrepreneurs. You're doing things like that are amazing at VCU. Folks, how cool is that? Like, that's actually one of my favorite things when I first met her. I was like, what? You're a professor of entrepreneurship at VCU? Are you kidding me? I'm a professor.
That's right.
How cool is that, y'all? You know what I mean?
Wait. I always forget this. I'm the innovator in residence. I think innovator. I'm something in residence. I don't know what I am.
Either way, it sounds really cool to me.
I might be the ameliorator in residence. That might be what I might.
But you've done so many things. You've been part of startups. You've helped people with startups. You've done all these things to help people grow, and you're still doing that. And that's why you're much like Lou and I. The best thing you do is help people. And that's what you do. You love to help people. And when you're able to do that, that is a special superpower. And you are a superhuman, super, I can call myself the subprime hero, but you really are a hero. And you're doing some amazing things out there. I mean, look, she even did some Harvard University education. Are you kidding me? Stop. Harvard girl. I'm a Harvard girl. Let's go to a Harvard bar, right? Anyway, that being said, how you like them apples? But the bam, right? So I'm going to get to the fifth question now. And
before we get to the fifth question, we do want to talk about incredible.
We do have some amazing sponsors. You see up here, we have the Dealership Toolkit. What they've done for us is they've been able to help us get our stuff together like a puzzle that are a million pieces and help us sort it and make it seem like it makes sense. Just like this.
Boom!
I love that music. I want that as hold music.
It would be good hold music. Excuse me, hold.
Here we go with our sound effects. Thank you for our Dealership Toolkit friends.
Oh, I love them. Liz Martin, family. Man, I swear Liz is just an amazing person.
She's going to be on the show. She's going to be on the show.
She's another one of those.
Ready to be
I'm
on
going to
the
have
show,
Liz and Erica over there, and probably Megan. Might as well get Megan on there too. Big shout out to Megan Cooper, amazing person out there. They have a beautiful lineup of women, and I don't mean that as in like they do look beautiful, but I mean as in like just amazing women, just there, just killing the game. That business is growing really fast. They're innovative. Matter of fact, Robin Wilson just had meetings with them last night to talk about how they can help each other grow. That's two different agencies coming together. This is what the business is doing right now, and I'm so proud of the business right now because there's people that are getting together, understanding that there's plenty of room for all of us, but how do we make this better for everyone? Right. And that's what they're doing. That's why Robin and Liz and of course Rich, they're going to be doing some amazing things together. They're going to probably find ways to meld, learn from each other, and grow from each other. That is the key to success, folks. It's not hating, it's loving, and it's sharing. Your ideas are great. Share them with other people. Don't be like, oh, it's my idea, I don't want no one to know it. Well, that's silly. Being selfish is not the right thing to do. You do want to take care of yourself, but you want to make sure other people, and that is where you really grow, is when you help other people. And that's why April's constantly growing. I mentioned earlier, she is a helper, a grower. She's all those things. So I love you so much. So fifth question, final question. I hate to ask the last one, but it's my favorite question too. All of them are my favorite question if you haven't noticed that yet.
I was about to say every single one you've been like, this is my favorite question.
It's my favorite one.
It's my new favorite.
It's my new one because it's
you're like me, you're a commitment phobe. It's totally fine.
I am. I'm totally like that. And every moment gets better in life. That's how I'm looking at it. So every question gets better, and it's my new favorite. So this fifth question, it's so awesome. It is exactly what we're about. Through all the things you've been through, we've talked about your why. We've talked about who's helped you get into business, why you got in the business, who's been your greatest mentors, and why. We've talked about your biggest lesson that you've learned, right? But what we haven't talked about is the greatest reward from all the stuff that you've done. Out of all the work, your people that you've met, the people that you've had a chance to be touched by, and people that you've been able to touch and help grow, what has been your greatest reward?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you guys know this. I am a sucker for like a hug, right? Like and I know it's ridiculous, right? But it's so much fun to meet people who I've met online and interacted with. And when you see them, you just know, right? Like this person is part of my family now. And then you just get this like big hug, and it's just this connection where your hearts come together and you're like, we're doing this together. Like you said, it's people who are doing similar things and they're working together. And for me, it's like, it's meeting people who take up residence in my heart, and then being able to introduce them to people who will take up residence in their heart. And then all of a sudden we're connected like a spider web, right? And we're so strong together, and we're making change, and we're changing people's minds. We're changing people's hearts. We're changing people's futures and their success. And we can only do that if we're together. And that, to me, watching that, being part of it and sitting right in the middle of that kind of crazy chaos, like this big bang that we're going through. That's what gets me excited every day. And people like you guys, like, I mean, come on. You are the duo together, but also individually. You two are the most positive, incredible, giving people, and you're so generous with your time and your thought leadership and your network and all those things. And like the first time I met you, and both of you all, you like literally picked me up off the ground, and I was like, this is it. This is why I get up every day, and I am so freaking excited to do what we're doing and do it all together.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I feel that same way. Everything you said about us, we feel about you. If 10 times that too, because it's two of us, so we can do that. But we absolutely
run up me on how much I love y'all.
I'm sorry, but I do love you more.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll fight you.
We got Evie, but I mean, we got marriage. Now listen. I love this lady here. She says my favorites. Now, she's overseas right now. I love her accent. She is coming on the show. We're actually scheduling it. I'm going to have her on very soon in August. I cannot wait to have her on the show.
Oh my God, Maria's brain is like, she will blow your mind.
She loves to dance, which was one of my favorite things. When we were there, every time I saw her, she was boogieing, getting down with a smile on her face, and she's not scared. I love that about her. She's much like Lou and I in that level, and she's a world traveler. She's she's obviously from overseas, and she's over there visiting family right now as we speak, showing and sharing some beautiful videos of traditional dance over there and music and the food that she's been eating. she's an amazing in her coffee. She's part of the morning coffee group with Jackie Grillo, but she definitely always has some really unique coffee and things like that going on. Love you. Love you. I'll be in touch with you soon. We'll get you on the show. But yes, love that. But of course, Evelyn Kelly. So there's just such amazing people out there with so much support. You know, we have such a great support system out here of growth and of potential. And it's just crazy. I could already see where this group of people are going. This network of people are going to be going far. And it's because of people like you.
Yes.
It's like, I mean, seriously, you are a big part of it. We all are. Evelyn, you're amazing. Brad, everyone out there, I appreciate you all for joining us today. Before we do go, I do want to talk about what's going on right now. What is your current project that you're currently working on?
So I work for a company called Hop Drive, and founded by two just absolutely stunningly wonderful guys. And we provide concierge pickup and delivery for dealerships. It's turnkey. We have an integrated appraisal tool, so we're turning the service drive into an acquisition lane. Forget the auction, right? Like, people are paying stupid money for cars right now. We're increasing CSI scores, NPS scores, both internally and externally. Where we have creative ways to help your customers pay for it. It's amazing. Like, every single day they're ameliorating what we have and turning it into something that is completely changing the way that dealerships interact with their customers. And it goes back, like, deliver freedom, right? And that's what we're allowing people to do. So it's so much fun. Such a great company. We have this amazing team of investors. Steve Greenfield's company has invested in us, Overline out of Atlanta, and Estes Express Line. Like, we just have these incredible people behind us and just lifting us up and raising us and allowing us to go in and really, really change the way that people are interacting with their dealerships and fixed ops groups. It's awesome.
I'm so proud of you, and you're doing some amazing things. Folks, if you see that right there, April at hopdrive.com, that's how you get a hold of her. Really easy, really simple. Listen, if you just want somebody that you could talk to and just feel good, give her a call.
There you go.
If you want to talk to somebody that can help grow your business, give her a call. If you want somebody that can make you feel good about your day, explain how your business needs to be ran and can perform at a better, and what did you say? You know how to manipulate the
probability of success.
I love that.
Yes, that's my superpower.
Matter of fact, Lou and I need to sit down and have a meeting with you. We haven't pinpointed that date yet. We're going to have some time here soon. When Lou gets back from vacation, we'll spend a day where you can sit down. We could tell you what we're doing, and you can give us some advice, because I know that advice is going to be from the heart. She is
the professor, Professor Palmer in the house.
I love it. PP is in the house.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna skip that one.
We might say,
no, let's go with awesome April. I'll do that one.
April, you're amazing, and you know I love you, and I'm so glad that you're here this morning. Get your leg up, get some rest, let us know what's going on. Let me know when you're having your surgery, so we can wish you best wishes and all that type of stuff. I know it's happening soon, and you'll heal fast, because that's just how you are. You have the right energy. It's all about that, and eating the right foods and all that. You know the deal. You know. Mm-hmm. So heal fast. So this way, when we do get together, you don't have to, you can give me a piggyback ride.
That's true. That's my goal. That's actually it. When the doctor says, like, what's your goal with recovery? I'm going to be like, well, I kind of need to give Fred and Lou piggyback rides.
Come on.
That's it. So make sure he understands that and gets you done fast.
Yeah, it's important.
He'll make sure of it too when you tell him that, I promise.
It's awesome.
Doctors, right?
Like, you don't know who they are? You need to
what?
Coffee.
You know who I am?
Oh my goodness, this is so awesome.
Car Guy Coffee, folks, you can go to carguycoffee.com, download any of the episodes from all the Solutionaries that have been with us. We are so honored that we're able to throw the awesome April up into the mix. That series of incredible ladies in the automotive industry is going to be coming this week. Dropping is going to be Doug Thurston and Jackie Grillo.
What?
From K Automotive. They are going to be dropping all that knowledge.
Anywhere you can hear podcasts, it'll be out and released this week. Right. So this is great.
Tomorrow morning, be ready for it.
Be ready for it. We're ready for it. And then we'll see you all tomorrow morning. We're going to have one of our good friends, Lori Foster, on the show. She's amazing. We're going to talk about some amazing things with her, about the future of business, about women in this industry. She's a big voice in it, and I love what she had to talk about. Me and her had a great conversation about a week or so ago, and she opened my mind to a lot of other things. So love her. Cannot wait to speak with her. Please do not miss that show. April, thank you so much.
Ask Lori about my alternate personality, by the way.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to have to ask her about that now.
Ask her about that other April, the other April.
No, I've got a stage name and everything.
Oh, snap. I want to hear some of this.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Well, speaking of stages, folks, we are excited that we get the chance to have on stage right here on this platform with us the incredible, the awesome, the amazing April Palmer. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And we have been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. Car Gal Coffee is up in this cafe now. We got some magenta madness
Special
happening,
brew going on.
and we are excited for the ladies to start taking the lead.
Let's go. It's the only way to do it.
That's
Ladies need to have the lead. Matter of fact, when we start dancing, I'm letting you put your left hand out. Let's go.
Oh, no, we are so excited. April, thank you so much for joining us. You are an incredible solutionary. To all of you that have been hanging out with us, thank you so much for loving on April. Thank you so much for loving on us. We are encouraging you all. Go make this world a better place. Go ahead and give somebody a piggyback ride if that's what it takes to upshift and uplift. We love you all. Have an incredible day. April, we'll talk to you soon. Solutionaries, rise up.